Hey, you. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking to you. Are you looking for the best way to promote your podcast? It's easy. Just advertise your podcast to your ideal target audience. That's right, listeners of similar podcasts. Podbean has the best and most cost-effective options for you. Just go to the website sponsorship.podbean.com/STR. That's right, your friends here at Scout Team Radio are hooking you up. Go to sponsorship.podbean.com/STR and you will get the best deals to get your podcast rolling. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy Scout Team Radio.
Yeah.
You want to like them, but you can't.
Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Did you bring me on this show to insult me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all don't want it with us, man. You straight gangsters over here,
Straight
man.
gangsters. Yeah, good morning and welcome back. That is right. You are listening to Scout Team Radio. We bring it to you hot and live each and every morning, Monday through Friday, right here on 12-Ounce Sports Radio. I am one of your, if not your favorite host. They call me Loudbeard.
You are the most egotistical, self-deluded person I have ever met.
Maybe that's true. And the man on the other microphone, he is a great American, and he can be an okay patriot.
America.
I was waiting for his mic to come on. It could be one of those mornings, you know, sleeping in on a Friday. Now I hear something. I hear some rocking and rolling in the background. And it's gone. Well, Chris America's going to figure out whatever jitters he has. Maybe he's got a little microphone anxiety this morning. And he just is afraid. There you go. I knew you were coming. I knew you'd make it happen. Don't you say it. Don't you say it.
Don't you say it.
No, don't you say it. Okay, fine.
I'm here.
That's what she said.
I'm here.
All right, good morning, Chris
Yes,
America.
ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is your boy, Chris America, coming to you live this Friday, August the 23rd, 2019. And it is a great Friday, Loudbeard, because it is a Friday.
It is. Every Friday is a good Friday. Ready for that big weekend ahead of us. Is there any college football this weekend, Chris America? I can't remember.
There is. Finally.
There's a big game, isn't there?
Well, I don't know if it's a big game. It's Florida versus Miami. That game hasn't had any national championship implications in a very long time. I don't think it's going to have implications this year.
Are you getting nervous that your Florida Gators don't have the juice like they had last year?
No, I just don't see Miami having the juice. To me, to have national championship implications, both teams have to finish the season as, national title contenders. And if Miami goes like 8-4 or 7-5, then it's just another bump in the road for Florida if they win. If Miami wins and they still go, 7-5 or 9-3, and Florida goes 10-2, then it didn't really have national title implications.
So you're just really hung up on the whole national title implications. This is still a big game. These are two big-time teams, big names, and usually week one we get a lot of powder puffs, don't we?
No, we do. We do. So this is a great matchup. It looks sexy on paper. But Miami even Florida, but Florida's coming off a really hot season. So I'm not trying to be like a homer. But when was the last time you were like, man, the U is back?
I say that every year.
Well, I know you say it every year, but when the season finishes, how often are you like, man, that Miami team was scary good? Because even, 2 seasons ago when they were playing for the ACC title, you weren't really like, yeah, Miami, they're a really good team. We were all like, yeah, their schedule just sucks, and they're lucky to be there.
Yeah, and sometimes you just sit there waiting for it to fall apart. And the problem with playing Miami early in the season is Miami always looks better earlier in the season, and then as the season progresses, they slowly fall apart, and teams realize that there's not a whole lot of substance there. So I would actually prefer to play them later in the season. So for the Gators, this could be a tough matchup. They're going to be breaking out their chain, so watch out for the turnovers. This could be quite the show that they put on.
I like Apple turnovers.
No, the turnover chain.
Oh,
the turnover chain. Yeah, not apple turnovers. Not that warm, delicious dessert that both of us really truly enjoy. And really, an apple turnover could be a breakfast. That it's one of those meals that could be a dessert or a breakfast. It's really a fantastic dish. But no, not that one. I'm not talking about that one.
Sorry, I had food in my mouth. Yeah, when
apple turnover in your mouth.
Yeah, I had apple turnover in my mouth. Whenever I stay at a hotel and they have some good turnovers on the breakfast line, I'm like, that's when I go into my phone and I rate the hotel 5 stars. There could have been roaches in my room, leaky ceiling, bath that only puts out like cold water or scorching hot water. But as long as there's those little cherry turnovers too, oh man, they have cherry turnovers, 6 stars.
We're talking about food here, and we've got Memphis Spence chiming in on Twitter. You can always hit us up at Scout Team Radio on our Twitter line. He's saying, I'm just here for the chicken sandwich draft. We're chicken sandwich draft, Chris America. We did talk about that earlier in the week, didn't we?
We did talk about a chicken sandwich draft.
Yeah.
Should we change it up from what we were going to do?
I felt like I put a little bit of research into this.
Let's stick to what we did.
But
you can never take what we say on Tuesday. Whatever we say on Tuesday, we generally don't stick to because we forget.
Let's do an impromptu chicken sandwich draft. Like, no research, just right now. Let's do it for our listener, Memphis Spence, good friend of the show. Memphis, this is for you. So, Chris America, I'm going to ask you, if you were to select your top chicken sandwich, and I guess we're going out of most fast food restaurants and Popeyes and KFCs and Wendy's and all of those, Chick-fil-A, which is the one chicken sandwich that you look forward to the most?
I'm telling you, man, it's that chicken cordon bleu sandwich at Arby's.
All right, so you're going chicken cordon bleu at Arby's with your first pick?
Yeah, because it's double protein right there.
Yeah.
Plus the mayonnaise they have is good. The cheese, that Arby's bread. And then you get some curly fries with that.
Yeah, I don't know if I like Arby's fries. That's a debate for another day, though.
Really?
Yeah,
who doesn't like Arby's curly fries? I understand if you say they're not my favorite, but curly fries at Arby's is a good change of pace.
See, I'll take it as a change of pace. Like, sometimes it's just having an alternative, but I don't go out and seek them. If I go to Arby's, I'm going to order the fries, and I'm going to eat them. And I'm not going to not like them, but I'm not going to be like, oh, my God, these are the best fries ever. I can't wait to get them. I'm going to be like, they were okay. They're okay fries to me.
I just like the change of pace.
Okay. Yeah, they're different. They're not like your McDonald's or your Wendy's fries. They stand alone. I like that, too.
I feel like they're like seasoned fries almost.
Yeah. Now, comparing Arby's fries to Checkers fries, Checkers has a unique fry. Which one would you go with?
I do love me some Checkers fries, yeah. I think I'd go Checkers. They got
that
pepper and that salt.
Oh, yeah. They know how to spice it up. Karen didn't make those fries. Basic white girl.
No, she
didn't. So we were talking chicken sandwiches. Let's see. If I were to draft my number one chicken sandwich, honestly, it's a toss-up between the Wendy's and the Chick-fil-A for me. I think I'm going to have to slightly lean towards the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. It's a really good chicken sandwich. So that's where I'm going to go with my number one pick. We'll do 2 rounds, so you get a second choice. What would be your second choice for chicken sandwiches?
Chicken sandwiches. I don't get chicken sandwiches that often at many places. So I guess I would go Wendy's.
No, stealing my pick.
I don't know. I still like McDonald's.
We should have done snake draft. Yeah,
I'll go McDonald's.
No, you're good. Yeah, McDonald's is pretty good. Wendy's has a good one. Since this is the last pick in the draft, I'll just start naming a bunch of random chicken sandwiches just for the heck of it. I do like, and usually when I go to these chicken places, I go with spicy chicken. I like to have a little bit of kick, a little giddy up. And it's not a lot. Like a spicy chicken sandwich at these fast food places, it's not really spicy. It's more of going from a mild to a slightly more medium spice. It's really not spicy. But Wendy's has a good one. See, to me, McDonald's is good, but it is the most basic chicken sandwich you can find. I don't know, or I don't know how else to describe it. We'll just say basic. They slather it with mayo, though, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, you're talking about the chicken itself or the chicken sandwich, because you don't get any more basic than Chick-fil-A if you're talking about the surroundings of the chicken sandwich. It's just pickle, and that's it.
I'm thinking of the chicken itself.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Now, when I go to sit-down restaurants, you talk about a little kick. When I go to places like, and it's got to be like a wing place too, like a wing house or a Hooters or anywhere that serves wings. They generally serve a buffalo chicken sandwich as well, because they just take their wing sauce and toss it in. I love doing that, like picking out a good wing sauce, having my chicken sandwich tossed in it, and then eating it that way with some blue cheese.
Oh, yeah. You know what? If you're going to put it that way, I'm going to go with the Big Red at Ale House. That sandwich to me is to die for. I always feel like crap afterwards because it's like big, but it's so delicious. I can't. I have to finish it all. Anyway, that's our draft for chicken sandwiches. That was for you, Memphis Spence. I hope we did served you well with that. We also have another draft coming up later in the show. Every Friday we do our fantasy draft. This week we're going to do mascots. Earlier in the week we talked about mascots. We brought up several different mascots for this new XFL league that's coming out and how terrible those ones were. So we're going to come up with our best mascots, and this is very general. We can go any which direction we want to go with it. So we're going best mascots.
I will just say that make sure they're an American sport.
Oh, crap.
No, actually, no. You can do whatever.
I'm joking. They're all mine are American sports.
Okay. And I just wanted to clarify, just so we're not confused, because when I Googled mascots, I got like the actual character itself, like the guy in the costume, and not team names. So I'm going with team names here, right?
Oh, so you don't want to go with like the guy itself? Okay, I'm good with that. I can do either or. I got both.
That's what started it. It was like how awful the team names were for the XFL. Now, the XFL mascots could be like super cool people, but we don't know what they are. So I just figured let's just do team names like the Orlando Magic instead of the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure we're on the same page. That's all.
All right. I do have something I want to bring up to you real quick. I think this is something that you'll have some interest in, and I want to get your thoughts. Breaking Bad, the movie. This has been a highly anticipated movie for quite a while now, and Bob Odenkirk, who plays Saul Goodman, that's right, Saul Goodman, he comes out and says it's already been filmed. Everything's been done. They're done shooting. So I guess this movie's happening, and it's on its way eventually.
It's in the can, as they say in the business.
Yeah, it's in the can. So with that being said, I am not one of those people that's excited about a Breaking Bad movie. To me, the show fulfilled everything I needed out of Breaking Bad. What is it that we are anticipating in a movie, and is it something that you could get excited about? Because I'm really struggling to find myself excited about a Breaking Bad movie, even though I absolutely love the show.
This is one of those movies where the trailer will make or break the movie. Whether or not you go see it, I mean. In the theater.
All right, so
I think eventually we'll both see it, but whenever you're sitting in the movie theater and you see that first trailer go by, it'll either give you goosebumps or it'll just reaffirm that you're like, nope. Like I said, I'm good. I got everything I needed out of Breaking Bad.
Yeah, and it's a little bit different too, because the way Breaking Bad ended, it really changes the dynamics of a movie, in my opinion. Now, I will say that I mean, I guess some series it's worked where like Sex and the City, they were a successful TV show on HBO, and then several years after the show ended, they did a movie, and it seemed like it was successful. I'm guessing. My wife loves it, so just on that indication alone, I'm assuming other women and maybe a few males loved that movie. Entourage. Entourage was actually a TV show I watched religiously. It was a great show. They came out with a movie a couple years later, but that was a lighthearted show. It wasn't like Breaking Bad, such a just a dynamic drama. So now you almost have to rebuild storylines in the span of a movie with characters that have already gone through so much. I'm doubtful.
I think the only thing I want to know is like, what is Pinkman up to these days?
Yeah.
Like, what did he do after
that's what we'd find out.
Because I mean, that's what we ended with, was him just hightailing it out of there. Walter White is dead, or is he?
Or is he? Well, if there's a movie, I'm guessing maybe not. I don't know.
It'll be successful no matter what. No matter what we think of it, this will be a successful movie. That fan base is large enough to support 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah, we say that. It's gonna be for me like a wait and see movie. I'm gonna probably catch it when it comes out on Netflix or something like that. I don't know that I can take myself to go to the theater. I'm not obviously not that excited about it, but even if the trailer comes out and it looks great, I think I'm gonna need to see some reviews that basically say it's the greatest movie ever for me to really say, oh, I guess I was wrong. Let me go see it.
I mean, these are really, really good writers, though, Loudbeard. These are writers that never let you down. So you got to put a little faith in them, right?
Yeah, that's what we said about the Game of Thrones writers.
That's true.
Just saying. Sometimes a little bit too much is a little bit too much. Sometimes you just got to let a good thing end. And that's, I don't know. Anyway, I'll get off my high horse about Breaking Bad. Maybe it's an amazing movie, and we can do a review on it once it comes out, if it ever comes out. I don't know. But Bob Odenkirk says it's already been shot, so should be good to go there. Another movie that's coming out, It Too. I talked about it a little bit yesterday, just the fact that it was coming out. But reviews on this are coming out very mixed. This is another movie where I'm like, I don't know if I need a whole It series. These scary movies, sometimes they just go too far. And, some of these reviews are saying that this movie's just lacking a lot of character, and it's just, I don't know, a whole lot of the same, and it gets a little too dark. So, I don't know what to think about that. But are you a It person? Like, did you watch the first movie?
Like back in the day with, what's his name?
No, like the one that, because this is the sequel
the more
to the one
recent
that came out.
Yeah,
2 or 3
it.
years ago. Did you like it?
It was okay. It was a horror film. I can't get into horror films where there's like monsters and evil spirits and stuff because I don't believe in them. So I'm more of like your serial killer and thriller like type horror movie guy. But I mean, I can enjoy them. They're fine. They just don't scare me other than like the jump scare parts. But now is this movie going to follow the book still, or are they just making stuff up now?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I don't, and I think it is following the book, but don't quote me on that. Don't record me live on the air on 12-ounce Sports Radio today saying that it follows the book, because I don't know. But it's my gut feeling.
If the monster or whatever has like a good plot line and a good character build, then I can get into it. But if it's just like a killer monster going around just killing things, I'm like, okay. Next. It gets boring.
Yeah, and it seems like it's something we've played out over and over and over again. Your Freddy Krueger, your Michael Myers, your Jason Voorhees, your Pennywise the Clown. Like, isn't it the same story over and over?
Yeah.
Over and over. I can't deal. All right, well, let's see what else we got going on.
But you're a big horror film guy, right?
Yeah, I do. I like horror films. I love the zombie genre. That is actually what kind of got me into the little bit of the horror film area. I like the B movies. I talked about Army of Darkness, and you said you had never seen it before. That to me is a great B movie where it wasn't it's going to come out at the theaters and everybody's going to go see it, and it's highly publicized. It's just like a really good movie that you aren't expecting. And I do like that genre. I also like the super gory genre. I get excited about Rob Zombie movies. I know a lot of people are like, gross, those things are terrible. But like, I like the fact that they create like this, like really, you get like this sinking feeling, like, oh my gosh, what limits are they going to push next? What's going to happen? What is that line that they're not supposed to cross that they're going to cross? So I like that kind of movie too. And it sounds crazy, but like I was super intrigued when the Human Centipede came out. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to check this out. It sounds crazy, it sounds weird, but I like those kind of movies where it's different, it's something new, it's something fresh. And I think the horror genre can do that. And a lot of them are low budget films that go in places that are really exciting. This isn't one of those movies for me. It just isn't.
Yeah. Same here, man. I didn't even watch it until this year. The first It.
Yeah. I'll be honest. I haven't seen it. I'm saying all this stuff about the movie. I have no interest in it. I could probably go on, HBO or Netflix or something and watch it right now if I wanted to. I just have no desire to watch it. I don't know. It's the same old thing. I don't want to see the same old thing. I want to see something fresh and new, and that's what I'm kind of waiting for. Rob Zombie has a new movie that he's going to be coming out with soon. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see that. It's continuation of the characters that he built up in Devil's Rejects, and that to me interests me. Sorry out there to all you listeners that don't like horror movies. Sorry, not sorry.
All right, Loudbeard. Do you like rivalries?
I do like a good rivalry.
Do you like
peanut butter versus jelly? Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
that's more of a team, isn't it?
Depends which side you're on. Could be a great team. Could be good solo. I don't know. Now we have a rivalry.
What about a good feud?
Ooh, yes. I love watching Family Feud when Steve Harvey makes fun of the contestants because they say dumb things. That's my favorite part.
Well, it looks like you remember a good feud between one Taylor Swift and Kanye West?
I do. Yeah, Kanye disrespected my T-Swizzle up on stage when she was getting an award. I do remember that.
Now, I don't know if this is for sure, but it's like a lot of people are theorizing what Taylor Swift's song, I Forgot That You Existed. That's the first song on the track or on the album. She dropped a new album, right? It's called Lover.
Yeah, you know what it's called? Oh, yeah, Lover.
Lover.
You gotta say it like that. It's not Lover. It's not Lover.
And
it's Lover.
The first track is called I Forgot You Existed, and people think that it's about Kanye. Like, she's just like, oh, wait, Kanye's still a thing? I totally forgot about you.
Yeah, she doesn't need Kanye. Kanye needs her. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Kanye kind of got with the Kardashians and just kind of... I mean, I don't follow music that much, but I feel like he's disappeared. He's not on my purview, which means he's not... Like, I'd have to follow music, I guess, to see him, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
When he changed his last name to Kardashian, things really just changed for him. Priorities changed.
Yeah, Northwest Kardashian doesn't sound as good as... Or North Kardashian doesn't sound as good as Northwest.
Yeah. I haven't heard any of the songs on this new Taylor Swift album, but...
they're all trending right now.
She's good. She's usually good. It's not like something I go out and seek, but typically when I listen to a Taylor Swift song, I have daughters. They like some Taylor Swift, and I don't hate them. Usually they're pretty catchy, got a nice beat to them. She went from that country vibe, then she went more pop vibe, and I don't think she missed a beat when she did that. So hopefully her new album's got some good stuff on it.
Do you think she is up there with the Madonnas? Like she's obviously this generation's Madonna, right? She's been around for what, 20 years now?
I think this is her
15?
7th album. It's pretty impressive.
So she's been around since what, like 2004, 2005? Maybe I'm wrong. It feels like that long though.
I think that's a fair assessment. I mean, it should be like 7 albums. If it each comes out every other year, you're talking
that's
about
14 years.
That's 14 years. I mean, that sounds about right.
And that was about Madonna's run from like 82 to, what, 96, 98?
Yeah, some people say Madonna's still relevant, but
No.
not so
Like,
much.
I think Madonna will always be relevant. But to me, like, I mean, all these old bands and all these old artists are relevant. They just say, "Hey, I'm going on tour," and people go see them. But to me, to still matter, you have to put out an album, and then people love that album, which I don't think Madonna has done in decades.
Yeah, she had some popular songs about 10 years ago, I think, that had come
Did
out.
she?
Yeah, she's stayed pretty relevant, and in some cases, I mean,
Okay.
not like every other year, like we're mentioning here. But you're right. I think Taylor Swift compared to Madonna is a great comparison, and I think another thing that you look at is with an artist is the evolution. An artist can't just be what they are when they first come out, because typically people love that, but you almost have to evolve with the times and with the styles. And Taylor Swift, she came out as that lovable young country music star singing about boyfriend breakups, and now she's evolved. She's gone more pop, more serious, some of her tone, and I think that evolution, I think that evolution has shown that she can stay relevant. And that right there was what makes somebody that's transcendent over generations, is somebody that adapts and changes. It's not like, a band like Presidents of the United States that came out and they were so hot when they came out with Lump, but all they were is a one-trick pony. They weren't going to do anything different than just a couple catchy tunes. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of like an unfair comparison. A one-hit wonder band compared to
one-hit wonder. They had Peaches, Lump.
That's
Peaches.
true. Two-hit Lump and Peaches.
I think there's.
I listened to the rest of that album.
I've
I've never listened to that President of the United States album until recently. And I was like, yeah, the rest of the album was trash. No wonder why I never listened to this thing. And I always hated that in the 90s where you would listen to a few songs. You're like, yeah, I love these songs. And so you go out and you buy the CD, not knowing anything. And then you play the CD and you're like, this CD sucks. I just spent $12 for 2 songs.
Yeah, and $12 was if you're lucky. Some of those places like Sam Goody, you go in there and you're like, $19.99 for a CD.
Nah, man, Target was the most expensive place I would go to buy CDs. It was either Walmart or Target, one of those two.
Yeah. Well, Walmart had a stigma though, because they wouldn't do anything that had explicit lyrics, so they were all clean.
Wouldn't. Yeah.
So if you had anything that had a bad word in it, it would be edited or whatever.
Yeah.
And you ever fall for that? I mean, I think a friend of mine did, and I remember like, dude, you just got Snoop Dogg. Sweet, let's listen. What is this? Like, it's basically a blank CD. You can't hear anything because they bleeped out the entire CD. Said, I am never doing that. So, I kind of steered clear of Walmart because I didn't want to fall for that trap.
I completely forgot about the Walmart. Do they do that? They don't do that now, do they? Do they even sell CDs? Is there even a CD place to buy CDs in stores anymore? At least those
I think
stores.
there are. Like I was recently in Target and saw one, but instead of being like 5 aisles long, it's like a 8-foot section.
Right.
And
all
it
mostly
is like
Christmas
the top
albums.
20. Yeah, exactly. It's like just
For
the
older
really popular stuff.
Yeah. I'm going to go old man right now. Kids these days, they just don't know the struggle of having to go and buy CDs.
It sucks.
Just have your parents pay for whatever music membership you want, or you just do the Pandora Spotify thing, and you get to pick and choose which songs you want to listen to.
Oh man,
I don't even know how they do album sales anymore. How they like follow that.
I'm sure the Apple iTunes, well, I guess it's not iTunes anymore, but Apple Music downloads count for sales on albums, so that probably is part of that. Plus CD sales, which I know it's probably not nearly what it once was, but Memphis Spence is baiting us this morning. He's saying most expensive CD purchase list, go. I mean, I can't remember all the CDs I purchased. We did have the Columbia House and all that going on, so you did get to buy like 7 CDs and then get 14 free or whatever the hell that deal was. But I do remember going in and buying some of like my early albums or CDs because it was like such a momentous occasion.
Right.
But going out, Soundgarden Super Unknown was one of my early CD purchases. Such an amazing album. Nirvana In Utero, I believe, was one of my early purchases. That was an amazing album. There were so many good CDs at that time. Like I was into that alternative rock at first, and then I ventured into that punk rock world. You had the '90s Seattle needle grunge music, and that was awesome. And so that was it. I don't remember how much I paid for them. I probably could have paid $100 and been happy.
I think I paid $18 for an album once, and even then it was like, this is so painful. And if I were to guess which one that was, it would probably be Melancholy Infinite Sadness by Smashing Pumpkins, because it was a 2-disc CD or album.
Oh, and with the 2 discs, there wasn't like there was twice as many good songs. It was still just a couple good songs on that album.
No, you didn't like Melancholy Infinite Sadness?
No, it wasn't my favorite.
Well, they spread it out, too, among the 2 discs. Like, you had, 1979 was on 1 disc, and then, Tonight, and Bullets with Butterfly Wings was on another disc. I think that was one of those albums that I just listened to a lot, that the songs finally just grew on me, and I learned to appreciate them, acquired the taste for them. But you're right, there are a lot of, hard songs to listen to if you don't take the time to do that.
Yeah, I had Infinite Sadness when I listened to the whole album. I was like, I paid this much for this? This is ridiculous. I actually preferred Siamese Dream. That was my favorite.
Yeah, that was a good album.
album. Yeah, that one was fantastic. Memphis Spence, since you're tweeting at us, what was the most expensive CD you ever purchased? Go. There we go. Let's see what he says. You know what? We're reminiscing down memory lane, and you know what? It's almost time for a commercial. I don't even know what to tease after the commercial. You got any fun teases for us?
I mean, we're going to find out what kind of crazy, wild, insane team names are out there.
Yes, we are. Hey, Kawhi, what are you laughing at, man? This isn't funny. Fantasy sports reimagined. FanDuel, that's what I'm talking about. It is more than just fantasy sports. It's the best way to watch the games, win real cash, and bring the action right to your living room. Just choose a contest, make your picks, watch, and win. And if you go to FanDuel.com/STR today, you can get a $5 deposit bonus. Once again, that's FanDuel.com/STR. Come on, man. This is not a laughing matter. If you've been listening to Scout Team Radio for a long time, you know that myself, Loudbeard, has placed a bet or two in his day. That's right, I've lost the beard bet, I lost the romper bet, but one place I don't like losing is when I bet money, and I can easily do that at MyBookie. That's right, you can go to mybookie.ag, use promo code 12OZSports, and get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000. Hey, guess what? That is a lot of money. Do it.
When I'm working hard, I build up a thirst for sports. That's when I grab a cold 12-ounce sports radio. "12-ounce sports radio. Quench your sports thirst."
Hey everybody, it's your favorite Patriot, Chris America, and I want you to listen every single weekday, Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and on replays from 11 a.m. to noon of Scout Team Sports. Listen, George Washington did not cross over the ocean blue in 1492 to defeat the Nazis, so you can listen to the same tired national clickbait sports stories. So once again, tune in to us every single morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., and then we replay from 11 to noon. I will see you there, and God bless America.
All right, welcome back. Thank you all for listening in. We really, really appreciate it. This is a beautiful Friday morning, and we're coming at you hot and live. Once again, we are Scout Team Radio. He's Chris America. I'm Loudbeard. And our Twitter co-host this morning, Memphis Spence, tweeting in, he paid $27.99 for Biggie, Life After Death double CD. But that was worth it. You know what? I've never heard truer words spoken. That is worth it. $27.99. One of the best albums ever. Well paid and well played, Memphis Spence. Hit us up on Twitter like our Twitter co-host Memphis Spence is doing. Hit us up at Scout Team Radio on Twitter. We will read your tweets live on the air. We will get interactive. We will do all of those things. Yes, we will. And just remember, if you don't catch the morning show live, you can always go back and download the podcast. You can find that podcast anywhere you find podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, or Google Play. You can basically find it anywhere you want to find it. Even our website, scoutteamradio.com. Visit that. We need some more visitors. Why not? Just do it. All right, Chris America, without further ado.
Nike might sue us, man.
Just do it.
Yeah.
All right, bring it, Nike. I've got a really good lawyer.
Are you sure you do?
No.
No, we do. It's Memphis Spence. Remember, he's on retainer.
I do. That's what I was talking about. But then you said, are you sure we do? And I just kind of went along with your where you were going with that. I mean, maybe he's not a great attorney. Maybe that's why we've been sued 18 and a half times and lost 17 of them. I don't know what the statistics mean. They're just numbers. They don't really mean anything in particular, but he's still a really great attorney.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, we might get sued by some schools for calling out their mascots for being awesome today.
Yeah, we might get that.
All right.
Sorry, I'm
so
looking
it's
through
our
my own
fan-
team names. I'm looking through my own team names. I'm wondering where one of them went for my number one pick.
So this is something I ran into when I was looking, and I'll probably talk about it a little bit after the fact, but there were some unofficial mascots that had creeped in to some of these lists when I was doing my research. And, yeah, I'll save those not for the draft. It needs to be official mascots, but there were some good ones. There's definitely some good ones. So, yeah, unofficial ones. Not going to count for this draft. Only officials.
Only officials, huh? All right, well, who's got the number one pick?
I don't know. You want me to go?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
All right, I'll start out. So the South Dakota School of Mines and Technology. Now, their mascot is the Hard Rockers. I didn't realize there were still mining schools available, but I guess you still got to mine somewhere. So in this mining school, they are named the Hard Rockers because you got to mine through hard rock. I like it. I do want to add that being a hard rocker is cool, but they do have their guy is Grubby the Miner. So not only are they the Hard Rockers, but they got a really cool, badass Grubby the Miner dude to go along with it. I like it. That's my number one pick.
I do like that. You know what? I'm gonna go a little Homer here, Loudbeard. I'm gonna go a little Homer with this one. It might not. I'm just not sure when you're gonna make this pick, but I think you might. So I'm gonna go ahead and steal this one out from you because with all the other team names we have out there, we're just picking from a huge list of team names, and we probably won't pick the same team names. But I do feel like this will be a team name you might select because we both know of this team, and it's gonna be a little bit of a Homer pick. It's not my top favorite, but it is one of my favorites. And just to keep you from getting it, I'm gonna take the Solar Bears.
Okay.
I've always loved the Solar Bears name. I like how they combine the fact that it's a hockey team in Orlando, and instead of the polar bears, we don't have any like cold poles. Like we don't have anything polar down here. Everything's warm and sunny, and I love the fact that the word solar plays on the word with the word sun, and it rhymes with polar. It's very punny. It's right up there for me. So I'm going Solar Bears. I was so glad when they brought the Solar Bears back too, because they were on hiatus for a long time.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's dad joke extraordinaire. Chris America loves the Solar Bears. Big shocker there. Really surprised at that one. All right, my next one, Chris America. Oh, wait. Are we going snake draft or just back and forth? I never remember. I feel like
It's
this
back
is my
and forth
first time.
when it's just you and I.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just back and forth when it's just you and me.
Yeah, that makes sense. So my next one, I had to dig deep into my bag of tricks. There is a Hoopeston Area High School is the name of it. Hoopeston is, and I could be butchering this, but it is in Illinois. So Hoopeston Area High School, their mascot are the Corn Jerkers. It was originally, it originally came about because farm
you
workers.
keep doing that, son, you'll go blind.
Farm workers
You
would
get
work
some
out
hairy palms.
long hours in the cornfields, jerking the corn to help get it off of the stalk. And so their area became known as the corn jerking area of the world. And those corn jerkers, they're tough guys. So, yes, Hoopeston High School is known as the Corn Jerkers. That's my number 2 pick.
What did you Google to come up with a list of high school names?
You don't want to know my search history,
Yeah, I don't think I do.
especially
I
if
don't
Corn
think I
Jerkers
do at
comes
all.
up. It's insightful. Google knows, like, based on previous searches, what I would look for. It's intuitive.
Man, Loudbeard. Where am I going to go next? I'm trying to look at these lists of, because like I said, there's such a huge list of team names that we can go through. You have minor league baseball, minor league football, everything like that. So I'm going to go with one that is unique, and it looks cool because it looks like a wolf in a wolf mermaid. I'm going to go with the Seawolves, Loudbeard. The Stony Brook Seawolves.
Oh, good choice. I saw that. Yeah, sea wolves. What is a sea wolf? I've never seen a wolf in the sea before.
That's what I love about it. It's like combining two things and making it cooler. Like you could either be the sea or you could be the wolves. Like how many teams are out there are just the wolves or whatever else like that? No, let's put up a notch. Let's go Sea Wolves. Like when I was making a Madden team way back in the day, I made the Orlando Warcats. I could have just gone Wildcats, but that's boring. Let's make it even cooler. Warcats.
Okay. So it shall be. All right, my next pick. I think I'm going to follow along the same lines. I take 2 random things and put them together. One being a banana and the other being a slug. That's right. University of California, Santa Cruz is known as the Banana Slugs. They have their mascot, Sammy the Banana Slug. And they are also known and got a little publicity off of this. Back in 1994, the movie Pulp Fiction came out. And John Travolta in that movie, when he had to change because he had too much blood on his shirt, was changed into a Santa Cruz Banana Slugs shirt. So, yes, the world-famous Banana Slugs is my next pick in this mascot draft.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Iron Pigs, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs.
Good choice.
Minor league team affiliated with the Philadelphia Phillies. You know, again, it's just we could be the Pigs, we could be the Hogs, we could be the Wild Hogs. No, I don't know, what is a Wild Hog? Well, it's a motorcycle. Oh, what are motorcycles? Oh, that's cool. They're made out of iron and steel. Iron Pigs. Let's go with it. I have no idea if that's how they came up with it, but I'm rolling with it.
All right. That's a solid pick.
Oh, okay. Nope. The name Iron Pig is in reference to pig iron, which is used to manufacture steel. Okay. Learn something new every day here on Scout Team Radio.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a history lesson, Chris America. This next team was named after a historical figure. That's right. The Delaware Blue Hens. The Blue Hens are named after the hens or the chickens that were used during the Revolutionary War. And what do you think chickens were used for during that time, Chris America?
Making delicious chicken sandwiches.
Not for that. Though it was probably, chickens were probably eaten pretty regularly, as food was sometimes scarce in moments during the Revolutionary War. Yes, the soldiers, they needed entertainment. So the Blue Hen and the Blue Hen mascot was actually named after the chickens that were used for cockfighting to entertain the Revolutionary War soldiers. So yes, the Blue Hens carry a lot of history. There's a lot of intrigue around them, and I love the name Blue Hens.
All right, I'm going to see your Blue Hens and I'm going to raise you a Toledo Mud Hens. Another
Feeling a
minor
little
league
henny.
baseball team. Yeah, Mud Hens through and through. They've been around since 1965, but it was also used in 1902 to 1913 and 1919 to 1952.
Okay.
So it's got some history behind it.
We're all about history on this show. We're history buffs. At least you are. I pretend to
Yeah.
be. My next pick, I'm going to a community college out in Scottsdale, Arizona. At least it's called Scottsdale Community College. And they have a very fun mascot. They are the Fighting Artichokes. Now, I don't know what history lesson I can teach you about the Fighting Artichokes, but I do know that their mascot, Artie the Fighting Artichoke, is a very fun guy. He's entertaining, and if you're a Fighting Artichoke, you are proud of your history.
I do like that. Well, are we on pick 5?
I lost track. Yes, we're on pick 5.
Okay. I'm going through here. I gotta make my last pick great. I'm trying to see what the Ultimate Frisbee World has for me. Some good team names here in the Ultimate Frisbee World. Ooh, the Vancouver Nighthawks. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the Nighthawks of Vancouver, or do I want to go Madison Radicals? No, I'll go with the Nighthawks. That sounds cool. Nighthawks. By the way,
All right.
the professional Ultimate Frisbee team names are 10 million times better than the XFL team names.
That doesn't surprise me one bit. Not in the slightest. All right, was that it? Did we finish all of them? Did I do 10? I don't know if I did.
I should have went with Atlanta Hustle. God, that's such an awesome team name. Just because it goes with like Atlanta. Like when I think of when you're in Atlanta, like you gotta hustle when you're in Atlanta. The Atlanta Hustle.
It's a good one. I like it. All right, so I'm gonna
The
give
San
you.
Fran. Wow.
What is theirs?
The San Francisco, and like it is definitely toward the reference. They are the San Francisco Flamethrowers, and they have
Okay.
a rainbow flag as part of their logo, so they are definitely going there with that.
Gotcha.
Not
All
making this
right.
up. You didn't know
No.
there was a professional Ultimate Frisbee league out there, did you?
I didn't. I learned something new every day. I'm going to give you a couple of my unofficial runner-up here. This one, the Rhode Island School of Design. Their unofficial mascot is called Scrotie the Nads.
What was the name of the school again?
Rhode Island School of Design.
Rhode Island School of Design, Scrotie Neds.
Scrotie the Nads. And there are images here of Scrotie the Nad in full uniform. Maybe I need to post this so that you can see how great this mascot truly is. This is one for the record books here. So Scrotie the Nads. I'm also seeing here a Fighting Pickles.
Okay.
Long Beach College has got their baseball team. The unofficial name is the Dirt Bags. I like that one because you're playing in dirt and you're crossing hitting the bags. You call the bases bags sometimes. So the Dirt Bags. That's another good one. No, I just got stuck on Scrotie the Nads. It's such a good name.
There was another college out there. I don't remember what it was, but it was like the International Dust Devils. Like, you can't just be the Dust. Like, I don't understand the international part. I'm kind of regretting I went back to the minor league hockey team, and I remembered I wanted to pick the Phantoms, but oh well. Live and learn, right? Lehigh Valley Phantoms.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of a cool, different name.
It is.
Oh, there's a Hershey Bears.
Cool.
Ooh, the Bridgeport Sound Tigers.
You're loving all these, aren't you?
I do. I do like some team names, and I just don't know how the XFL got it so wrong. Like, who looked at that list of team names and said, this is good? Unless they did it on purpose so that we would talk about it?
No. I think what the XFL is doing, and this is what I'm trying to pick up the vibe, is I think they're trying to counter-react to how poorly they did the first time. And they're thinking, okay, we went a little bit too extreme. We went too far. We had really fun team names and really cool-looking logos, and we had really crazy rules, and we had people's names on the back of their jerseys that were funny and all this. And they're like, the league failed. So what are we going to do? We're going to go super conservative, come up with really bland team names with really bland logos, and have a really bland brand of football and see if the world likes it. So they are counterbalancing or counter-reacting and realigning what the XFL was originally designed to do. And I think they're going too far.
They are. One extreme to the other.
All right, and I tweeted out a picture of Scrotie the Nads and asked if that's the best team mascot. It's a good question because it is a killer picture of Scrotie the Nads representing at a hockey game, supporting their team, the Rhode Island School of Design. So, you know what? Sometimes when you are at the Rhode Island School of Design, you need to make sure that you have the best possible
Is he
support.
wearing a cape?
He might be. That in itself right there is
They
the
definitely
winner.
gave it a cape. Oh,
Yep.
that's hilarious.
Now, Dartmouth has another good
Now,
unofficial
They're at
mascot.
this picture's at a hockey game, so I feel like, does it get taller as it's at like warm football games? Because he does look a little short and shriveled.
All right. Well, I guess if I have to, I could always give you some more pictures of Scrotie the.
No, we're good. We're good.
You're good. You don't need more. You don't need more Scrotie. I do like Dartmouth's unofficial mascot. Apparently, Keggy the Keg is a mascot that shows up to a lot of Dartmouth's games, but it is unofficial. Administration at the school refuses to consider and accept this as a mascot, but a giant dancing keg of beer.
They should have named it Keggy McCakeface.
That's a little too close to Bodie McBoatface, though.
I know.
I'm just saying.
I know. Stick
Little
to what's
bit too
good, though.
close. That's right.
Now, Loudbeard, yesterday I came across a very funny post where it showed the different controller designs for PlayStation, Xbox, and then you get to Nintendo. And I didn't, you realize it, but you don't realize until you see them all together how different every single Nintendo controller is. And it's almost like they go out of their way to figure out different ways to come up with a new controller design. And I've hated all of them. There hasn't been a controller I've liked since Super Nintendo that Nintendo has come up with.
Yeah, they've gotten quite original. I saw that same image, and I'm thinking, yeah, they do. They're trying to go in 10,000 different directions and change it up every time. And what's better? And yeah, they've struggled. Now I will say the Wii. I know it wasn't like for the serious gamers, but for a lot of families and young kids, the Wii was an amazing control, and it worked out really well. And you were able to put it into like a steering wheel to do Mario Kart and put it into the guitar to do Guitar Hero and do a lot of fun stuff with it to make it work. I thought that was a cool concept. But
then when you actually went to use it
with
as a controller, I hated it. Like I don't remember, what would I play? I played Super Smash Brothers on that thing, and I hated it. It was too, I don't know what it is. It just wasn't a good controller for actual using it as an actual controller. Now I agree with you. Like when you did Wii Bowling, Wii Tennis, Mario Kart, it was a very useful as like a remote, but as a controller,
Yeah, again, the serious gamer aspect of it, right? Like as a serious gamer, you're like, this is a joke. This is a kid's thing. Remember when they did the Wii Fit, and they're like, here's a thing on the ground. All you have to do is step on it and do yoga around it, and it'll be fitness for you. So now we're making fitness out of video games.
yeah.
I know they were pretty original with some of the stuff they
No,
added
like
on.
all that stuff was great with it. And I don't consider playing Super Smash Brothers to be like a serious gamer thing. Like I love Super Smash Brothers. I just hated the controls for it.
Yeah, I don't know. Nintendo, there's definitely a niche for that, but they kind of jumped the shark on some of the things. Though the new one, I think it's called the Switch, Nintendo Switch. Kids love that one. That one's gotten super popular amongst the kids. And
Now,
that's
is that
cool
one the one with
because
it looks like a tablet?
Yes, you connect it to the tablet, or you can take the remotes off the tablet, and then it's like a little handheld remote.
Okay.
It's a cool concept. It's different. It's inventive. Where you almost look back and I think it was the PlayStation remote hasn't changed at all.
No, it hasn't changed at all. Which
I'm
I
like-
like. The old man in me is like, okay, good. Familiarity.
I hate change.
When it comes
Yeah,
to my
that's-
gaming controls, yeah, I hate having to learn a whole new controller. Like I remember when they came out with those controllers though, I was like, this is too many buttons. What's going on here? Left, right, A, B, X, Y. What happened to just simple A and B, start, select, and then a D-pad?
I don't know. The world has changed quite a bit. Now
Yeah.
we need 45 buttons.
45 buttons with, you have a D-pad, you have analog sticks, you got 4 left, right buttons. It's great.
Memphis Spence just shared a little Twitter video here from Black Adam Schefter. He's a news connoisseur. Madden 20 has Shaquem Griffin catching one-handed passes. I love that. I don't know why, but this is a good story. Thank you,
Does
Memphis
he have
for sharing that.
the one arm in the game?
Yeah, it has him with one hand in the game is what it has.
Nice. Oh, with his missing hand is how he caught it.
Oh, wow, I'm seeing that now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not
Madden 20
realistic,
has
but-
Shaquem Griffin catching one-handed passes with his missing hand. On that note, have a great weekend.
Oh, wow, I wasn't ready. No, now you can have a great weekend.
Oh. Are we going to hell for laughing at that?
No,
Okay,
it's
good.
funny.
Yeah. It's got 1.6 million views, so we're not the only ones going if that's the case.
I'm proud of him, actually.
No, I
Quite
am
an
too. It's great.
accomplishment.